Welcome everybody to the gRaceland Shootout Series. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live with Simtrax Broadcasting. This should be a wild race here tonight, heading to none other than to Chicagoland. This 1.5 mile track is pretty rough out there for a lot of these drivers. Some of them really confused of what exactly they need to do, since no part of this track is straight. It's actually along the backstretch and the front stretch is still curved and banked quite a bit, so some of these guys are having trouble lumping this into the 1.5 mile oval that they call an intermediate oval that they were building between the 90s and the early 2000s. This should have built at a cost of $130 million. You figure they would be able to make one unique, and they did. Right now, let's head to the qualifying session where a couple of guys are getting ready to head on out there. Nobody just yet is putting some speed down. A couple of guys are loading in. Robert Lynch we're taking a look at in the 21 Toyota. He'll be our first one to take a poke at it here in just a second. Oh, he changed his mind. Let's see if Billy Stanley's getting out there. There's Billy in the number 8 Chevrolet. And we'll see how well he does out there. We're going to be looking at really a crazy race here tonight. While we kind of wait for Billy to get up to speed, let's take a look and see what we've got locked and loaded here for tonight. So obviously, you know, we're here at the gRaceland Shootout Series. That means only 35 laps. 2 sets of tires will be down pits. The third set will be on the car. No fast repairs and a 50% fuel limit. So that's going to be really tough for these guys with that no fast repair. Be careful. They can't wreck these cars. They start destroying these trucks, there will be nothing left. Of course, want to give a shout out there for the league sponsor of 5-Star Beverages out there. We'll talk about them a little later on here in the race. And we're going to try to see who can get this Beef Jerky Pole Award here and see if anybody can get some solid times. Right now, a couple of guys are out there. I know we're watching Billy Stanley now, David Cox, Jerome Cooper, David Noble, and Tommy DeLago are already out there on the track, but we'll keep an eye here on the number 8. And he slices toward the bottom of the 30.94. That'll be his first time. Rule Thane is sitting, man, about to say second, but gets knocked to fourth really quick. Some of these other guys trying to get some solid times. I'm hoping to see actually Randy Bledsoe being able to kind of come out on top later on during this race. He's kind of been in a little bit of a slump here lately. But hopefully we'll see that 81 kind of prevail here tonight. Right there, Randy Bledsoe in the 81 Chevrolet here. So I'd like to see him get a lot better turnout here tonight than he has in the past couple of weeks. Right now he is still on his warm-up lap, so it'll be just a little bit before he gets going. As he clears the line there, his timer starts. Phillip Temples now sitting in that second position. Rule Thane has the pole with a 30.65. About the same time as Temples and just about 10 thousandths of a second faster than Rob Yost here. So big moves by these guys. Tommy DeLago just nailed 6th. Adam Robertson is sitting 5th. Robert Lynch is completed 7th. Fairman is 8th. So I think the only 2 guys out there with some solid times getting ready to knock down just a little more is David Cox here with his last lap through. 11th. All right. That at least moves him there. Randy Bledsoe already got his first lap down, sitting 15th. A couple other drivers still need to go. Bobby Narberg, Dean Viney, Anthony Bledsoe, and Douglas Ross. Ross is just now warming up. Let's see what he's got here. Randy Bledsoe. Not too bad. Top 10 start for him. He'll be starting 7th. So right now, Rule Thane's going to be looking at a couple of bags of beef jerky here. Let's see how Douglas Ross, he's getting loaded up out there. Still waiting for his time. He's got plenty of time to get it done. Most of these laps are under 31 seconds. Now, and he's got about another minute and 15 seconds left in the qualifying session. He's got to hurry up. I don't think Narberg, Viney, or Anthony Bledsoe are going to have enough time to get any laps in. And Douglas Ross trying to get something going here with Imperium Motorsports. Interesting angle, and he's going to be practicing a little bit for this one since he's practicing for Kansas there at the big show. But they run every weekend. Let's see how Douglas Ross is doing. 14th here so far. Not quite enough. He's got to get a little more for a top 10 start. Yep, if he can pick up about, not even a tenth, he'd be able to squeak in. Let's see if Douglas Ross can do a little more. He was a little faster between 3 and 4. Not enough. 30.87. That last one was a 31.07. Yuck. So he's going to be on the back foot on this one, and qualifying will be over. That means Rule Thane ends up being our Beef Jerky Pole Award from Beef Jerky Unlimited. Not too bad by Rule Thane out there. Fantastic run that he had out here, being able to beat the rest of those guys out. See if we can grab a couple of these guys here. Let's see if we can grab a hold of Rule Thane. Rule, you got a copy on me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, man. Well, I'm doing okay, but I think you're doing pretty well sitting on top of the chart here tonight.
I was really tight right there with Temples.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very, very, very close. Now, you've raced with these guys before. Obviously, front row is where you want to be. How are you going to stay up there the whole time? I know some guys can lay down a fast time, but how do you keep outrunning them?
I doubt I'll stay up there too long. They come after you here.
Well, what would the key be to be fast here? Is it a tire savings? Is this going to be a fuel economy race? I mean, what are your outlook on this one?
I'm going to try to save some tires a bit here, I think. I believe you're going to need them.
All right, Rule Thane. Hopefully we'll see how well you do out there, bud. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Rule Thane has 2 bags of beef jerky coming his way. Should be pretty excited about that. I know Tommy D is going to be in some hot water for that one. Let's see if we can find Richard Suddeth. I haven't talked to him. Let's see if we can grab him. Let's find Richard Sudden Death. Hey, Richard Suddeth, you got a copy?
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, man, how's the track holding up for you out there?
It's pretty good. If I could just drive it, would be all right.
We kind of saw you kind of poking around out there. I know I was watching a little bit during practice. You got going around the turn at one point, and the truck kind of loosens up a little bit and tries to bite that wall.
Yes, it does. Especially if you wear that right front tire out, you're gonna have a big problem trying to hold it down at the bottom. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find somebody to draft with and see if I can't go to the front, because I had to borrow my neighbor's internet. Our internet went out sometime early this morning, and so I'm hooked into his internet.
Oh, man. Not good, man. Well, for some of the viewers out here, how crucial is tire wear, especially on only a 35-lap race?
Tire wear is real crucial here, because that's just going to make you win or lose a race. Even at 35 laps, you probably only get 10 or 15 laps out of a set of tires.
All righty. Well, Richard Suddeth, good luck to you tonight, and hopefully we'll see you somewhere in the podium.
We'll try. Appreciate all you do for us, Patrick, and shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited, our other sponsors out there. Thanks for all you do.
All right. Yeah, appreciate it. 5-Star Beverages is happy to be on board. Appreciate it, man. All right, that moves us away from Richard Suddeth here. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Rob Yost. I haven't talked to Rob Yost. Here we go. Let's grab a hold of Rob Yost. Rob Yost, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, man. Well, this track is starting to be pretty tough for some of these drivers out there. What's your take on it?
It's just going to be exactly the same show, different track. Chicagoland's very close to Kansas, so.
Right. I kind of figured that, but is the banking along the front stretch and the back stretch, does it help? Does it help at all, or is it just you don't even notice it?
On the back stretch, you don't notice it. On the front stretch, you're going to see guys go below the apron, and coming back up on the apron, it tends to rip the wheel out of your hand a little bit.
All right, well, hopefully everybody can stay under control out there. I know there are over, I believe, 15 to 18 of you guys out there. Give me your shout-outs here.
Yeah, I want to thank Sparkle and Sean Kozer, everything he's done for me. Everybody that's part of Zuyos and Rat Pack Racing. My girlfriend Heather, and very under the weather since Tuesday, so I just hope I can stick these 30 some laps out or however long it is.
All right, good luck to you tonight.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the broadcast.
Yeah, no problem, man. Try to make you guys look good out there. Always try to make them look good, and we'll be able to get underway here in just a moment, about another 20 seconds. These guys should be gridding up. I would be really excited to see what ends up happening out here. We'll talk about the points a little bit here in the race as well once we get started for the grid. Rule Thane will be in the starting lineup, and I'm excited to see him up front. Now, will guys be passing him really quick? I'm assuming people like Phillip Temples, Tommy DeLago, they're going to be on the loud pedal trying to get back up to the front and really kind of out of danger from where we end up. But our Grand Marshal of the night should be Miss Heather Jewett, and let's get a quick word in from her.
I want to give a huge shout out to Billy Stanley. Good luck, boss.
Good luck, Billy. Good luck.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Boys are firing it up. Let's go ahead and get ready for that for our starting lineup here. Let's take a look at it. Rule Thane, Phillip Temples, 1 and 2. Rob Yost will be sitting 3rd, and Daniel Holloway in that 4th position. Starting in row 3, Adam Robertson and Tommy DeLago. Watch for DeLago. He's going to be on the move here. Randy Bledsoe sitting 7th, and Robert Lynch in the 8th position. Starting row 5 will be Larry Fairman. Greg Myers will be on the outside. Richard Sutton, we had a chat with him. 11th positions where he's going to be starting, so he's got a lot of work to do in his Victory Sim Chevrolet. David Cox will be starting in that 12th position, so let's moving on to the back of the field here. Ricky Williams starting 13th. Douglas Ross Jr. will be in that 14th position. So newcomer, it's second race here, so let's see how well he does. He'll be starting from farther back in the pack. Fireball Woody, you guys know him, sitting 15th with Billy Stanley. And none other than that 16th position. Jerome Cooper, 17th with David Noble in the 18th position. Dean Viney, Bobby Narberg, and Anthony Bledsoe rounding out the final of our field here. Let's take a look at our real quick, where we are in the championship running here. Phillip Temples is leading the points lead with 273 points. Tommy DeLago with 239, and Adam Robertson very, very close at 237. I'm hoping Randy Bledsoe kind of sitting there in that 5th position. If he can turn it up tonight, he should be able he's not going to have to play that much catch-up, but at least trying to reel these guys in. This is exactly what these guys need to get caught back up. That'll be our top 20 out here. This should be a wild one here at Chicagoland. Rule Thane, Phillip Temples, front row. I'm excited to see what they can do. Phillip Temples, I think, is going to have a better line heading into this run here from the outside line. It's just going to be the more favorable line. Daniel Holloway is going to be sitting right behind him. Tommy DeLago there as well. So I'm interested to see how many of these guys want to fade up the track and how many do want to stay on the bottom. A couple of drivers who have made a real good living here. In fact, Kyle Busch is one of the only drivers to win the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Chicagoland from the pole. And there's only one other driver that's been able to do that, was Kevin Harvick. But let's go ahead and get her done now here at the GRaceland Shootout Series. Green flag is out. 35 laps underway here. Phillip Temples outside line, calling it here a little bit. He has the angle, but the turn exit's going to be the key. Let's see what they've got coming on here. Yeah. Good chunk of cars here. Oh, and I think Phillip Temples is into the wall. Phillip Temples way, way off now. Apparently got loose coming out of the turn. I didn't see any contact there. He is up into the wall. Don't know if some different problems happened out there. But Randy Bledsoe is actually starting a lap down. Randy Bledsoe down to that 20th position. Let's rotate back up front where it looks like Rob Yost is trying to run Rule Thane down here. But Thane is kind of called. Everybody else is going to be the one to pass him here, but that doesn't seem to be the piece here. Yeah, it says Randy Bledsoe jumped to the pits, and I don't know if something happened out there. So far, so good here for the top 4. Trying to see what exactly happened here. I want to see if any contact was made. Let's pop back to what happened to Phillip Temples. Oh, there we go. Phillip Temples got loose coming out of the turn. Okay. I just want to make sure there was no contact between Phillip Temples and the rest of the field. Temples is now going to be starting on the back foot, down 16 positions, sitting in that 18th spot. Yikes. Boy, these guys are trying to get going there, and that's what Yost was saying, is kind of these guys dropping off the table there, riding on that flat spot, being able to try to cut as much of that that front stretch off as they can. Trying to pick up another 10th or so here, but under fire is Tommy DeLago, trying to put a little pressure here on Rob Yost for that second position. Tommy DeLago laying off just a bit. There he goes, sticks a fender in it. Not quite enough. Outside line going to be able to have the turn exit here. So Tommy DeLago lives the fight another day. He's going to be trying to chase him down, but notice how the guys who fell off the track and the ones who didn't. Tommy DeLago did not, and that allowed Robertson and Holloway behind him to pick up almost 2/10 just right on that front stretch there. So Tommy may have to change his line here if he wants to get caught back up, because now Robertson's looking to the inside as Yost is looking to the outside of Thane. Adam Robertson now sitting third. Not yet. Tommy DeLago bites back. See if Daniel Holloway decides to send this 3 wide here. He's taking a look down the center, but not enough. Man, these guys are definitely doing a good job out here. It's kind of moving up, down, trying to find a good angle of where to go through. Robert Lynch is watching it all happen. Take a little ride along here with Robert Lynch, taking a look forward. It looks like Daniel Holloway was, looks like Robertson's getting around here. Lynch might try to stick a fender in, see if he can hold Holloway toward the top. Definitely turn entries, everything. Holloway's wishing Robertson wasn't there to be able to make that clean sweep. Taking a look on the outside, rotating up where Yost is trying once again. Seeing if he can get something on him. He's working the top side, working the bottom side, back to the top side. Yost is trying everything, trying to see if he can find a line or a open hole here where he can shoot past Rule Thane, but Thane doing a great job making the blocks he needs to keep that Ford, that 83 Ford behind him. Rotating on back, 5 spots up as Fireball Woody. He's now into the top 10. Next will be Larry Fairman in the 11 Ford. He hasn't moved any positions as of yet, but he's going to be trying. Number 11 might fall down to the 10th spot as Fireball Woody picks up a 6th position into 9th. Not too bad there by the 32 machine. Rotating on back farther, Billy Stanley. 4 positions up for him, now sitting 12th. So he's following Douglas Ross, who's in the 11th position now. So right now for Imperium Motorsports, that 78 Toyota is doing a fantastic job here tonight. All right, let's try to get to our guys back in the top 5, where it looks like Robertson was trying to make a peek around Daniel Holloway. Both these guys back in their respective positions where they started. Ooh, Robertson, a little bite on that wall heading into the turn. That's going to cost him. 21 of Robert Lynch here in the Toyota, trying to see if he can find something. 25 laps left here to go, and it's these 10 laps have been pretty clean. Everything seems pretty solid here so far, but Tommy DeLago waiting his turns, being easy on the tires, and now it pays off. Tommy DeLago now sitting second. So far, so good here. Tommy DeLago now in that second position. He's going to see if he can run down Rule Thing. Don't know if these guys may need a pit stop, may hit him halfway in between. We'll see if they can get anything going here. Robertson trying to see if he can find around Daniel Holloway. I know these guys are getting plenty of looks and definitely a lot of good angles out here, but somebody's got to make something happen here. Robertson, oof. There it is. There's that little something, and unfortunately, it is to the demise here of Adam Robertson. He now falls down to 6th, and Lynch now gets his 3rd place increased into the top 5. So DeLago's up 4, sitting second. And Lynch is up to 5th. Daniel Holloway off the table here, trying to slide up underneath the 83. Actually might be a really good call, but I don't know on the turn entry if it's going to hurt him. 26, Daniel Holloway may have wanted to ride up next to the 83, but thought best not to. And unfortunately, it cost him his run. Rotate on back. Got a bunch of people out there in the chat rooting on Billy Stanley. Billy Stanley's just outside the top 10 here. He is peeking around. Looks like he's battling alongside Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams sitting in that 11th position. Douglas Ross will be next. But right now, Ricky Williams has gained at least 2 positions here, and a lot of guys gaining some, losing some. Larry Fairman's dropped 4, and David Cox has lost 2. So looks like Phillip Temples has yet to recover back from that spin out there. He may have gotten some wall damage there. He is still 19th position. Bledsoe, I guarantee, is rally capping for a caution so he can get a lucky dog and get his way back onto the lead lap and at least get these guys clumped back together from a late start. Still taking a look through the field. Holloway and Lynch look like they're battling up front. Lynch trying to take a peek on the inside. That's one thing here about Chicagoland, it just being curved all around the track. Some of these guys having to hold the wheel straight or turn it a little more to the right to keep it going straight because it wants to try to cup you more toward the center. Lynch uses it really well there, kind of uses the track to help sling him around and stay right on Daniel Holloway's rear bumper. Let's see if it gives him a little nudge here. Lynch doesn't. Lynch backs off just a hair. But now top line for him. He's going to see if he can get a run. Use the 83 in that in the air gap here to see if he can reel in the 26. There it comes. There's a nice run there. 26, Daniel Holloway down underneath Rob Yost. And I believe we got a pit stop here by Tommy DeLago. He'll be the first one down pit with 19 to go. Rotating back up front where the battles are happening now between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Robert Lynch is in the back. Rob Yost sitting 2nd. And Daniel Holloway still rolling around on the bottom. I'm wondering how this is faring for that right front tire of his. If Daniel Holloway is going to have any kind of traction issues here, really in the near future. But Lynch and Yost staying on the top side, and it looks like Rule Thing down pit road. Adam Robertson, Richard Suddeth, Greg Myers are down. That puts Rob Yost into the lead. Right now, Robert Lynch, high side for him. Now he's going to use his run. Outside, Robert Lynch has the lead here for just a moment. Oh, man. But heading into the turn, Rob Lynch is probably going to squeeze down on that 83 to get a little room, but he decides not to. Interesting enough, sitting on that 3rd lane, rides high, and is able to actually get way in front now, and he's going to get himself a lead lap here tonight. 7 positions gained for Robert Lynch, but the only person out there, 2 of them actually, who have gained more positions. Billy Stanley is up 11, and now Bobby Narberg with Douglas Ross and Fireball Woody pitting. Bobby Narberg has moved up 13. So the 006 Chevrolet is now into the top 10, sitting 7th. But how long these guys have been out here and haven't pit yet is really the big question. Let's talk about Robert Lynch here a little bit, who's sitting there with a 30.54 on his best lap. His last lap was a 32.19. Whoa! Lynch almost misses pit road there. We'll have to see if Lynch gets black flagged. I don't know if he sped into pit. Let's rotate back up front where Daniel Holloway now is in the lead. Oh, man, these two slicing back and forth here. Looks like Yost is going to ride him. Don't know how much room they're really giving each other. Daniel Holloway staying in the lead. How long do they stay out? Holloway, 32.55. Rob Yost, 32.57. Both these guys have both run 30.5, so 2 seconds off their normal pace. This could really, really cost them here. What I would expect to see is probably actually seeing where is he? Tommy DeLago. There he is. That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for Tommy DeLago. So with his early pit stop back there on 16. With a new fresh set of tires, him slinging back out here and getting in front of everybody while everybody else has been losing a lot of time. But will they be able to reel him in much earlier? It's definitely possible. Yost, Jerome Cooper, and Bobby Narberg. Daniel Holloway finally coming down pit. Looks like he's being followed, I think, by David Cox, who looks like he has a A lot of right side damage to that truck. Wow. Almost can't tell. I can see the 19, but I think we're missing a 1 on that one. Oof. Hard shot. Phillip Temples is down pit as well. He's working his way down. And I think, I'm not mistaken, oh, Adam Robertson is spun. So Adam Robertson is spun. I don't know. It looks like Robertson has maybe jumped to the pits. I don't know if something happened here. Hopefully he didn't have to tow. You saw him spinning into the pits. And now he's in the pit. So hopefully he hasn't broken something in that truck. Let's rotate back up to the front where Ricky Williams showing him in the lead right now. And Rule Thane kind of holding on. So Rule Thane will be slinging around here. Making up that time so quick. And Rule Thane will have the lead. Tommy Delago will be chasing him here. So Delago actually pit 1 lap before Rule Thane, but Thane pit on 17. I think what's going to hurt Delago now is Delago only took a 10.5 second pit stall time. So only 2 tires and a full tank of fuel, but Rule Thane had a 15-second pit stall time. So 4 tires for Thane, and Thane might be able to pull away with this one. Taking a look at the time, he's now stretching it out to 0.5 second and all the way back. Robert Lynch is 6 seconds off pace. So it'll take him at least 5 3/4 here to catch up to Tommy Delago for a 2nd place. Wow. Oh, what in the world? Did you see that? There's a truck sideways through the turn there. Is that Robertson? Pick up some of these drivers out there. Well, it looked like somebody may have gone back out there and looped it. Yeah, it looks like the number 5 Chevrolet of David Noble. Looks like he came up the track and spun, trying to exit pit road there. Maya looped it a little bit and brought it back. Unfortunately, no one got involved in that one. 10 laps left to go. Tommy Delago off by almost a second now. A lot of guys. We got a bunch of guys down a lap now. All the way from Phillip Temples back. Narberg is going to be the next one in some trouble here. Bobby Narberg, I believe, is about 24 seconds off the pace. So he's only got about another 7 seconds before Rule Thane, our race leader here, catches him. Rule Thane pretty happy with where he is now, taking a look back at Tommy Delago. Great job here. Actually want to give a shout out here to Greg Myers. He looped it last race on the first lap, but he came out and told everybody he hated that happen, and is coming out to really put on a show here tonight. He said after that mistake, 5th place for him. He just passed Richard Sutton, who's now sitting 6th in the 95 Chevrolet. So these 2 Chevys going at it. Greg Myers seeing if he can get a little something here on Daniel Holloway, but he's got to figure out how to make up over 2 seconds to catch up, and I'm starting to think this field might be stalled out just a little bit. I don't think anybody's going to be able to really catch anybody at this point, seeing the distances we have. I mean, we've got at least, you know, a second and a half before Delago can catch Thane. Robert Lynch, he's looking at least 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds before he can catch Tommy Delago. And Daniel Holloway's, I mean, at least pretty close here. He's looking to see if he can take a shot, and I think Ricky Williams is looking right on the backside of Douglas Ross for the 7th, 8th battle. Leave. Yeah, number 4, Ricky Williams. I think he just made the pass underneath Douglas Ross here. Douglas Ross may not have enough to catch back up and see if he sling back underneath him again. Keep going on here. Billy Stanley sitting right outside the top 10. Billy Stanley gonna have to make up by half a second before he can catch up to Larry Fairman. 3/4 of a second behind. Let's keep up here with Robert Lynch. He looks like he's under a lot of pressure by Daniel Holloway here. This is looking pretty crazy, looking right out the back. There's no room to be had. Wow. Daniel Holloway really pushing it here, trying to see if he can get something going. Wow. Yeah, right now this might be the battle. Right now I know Daniel Holloway would like to keep his good streak alive here with another podium. Robert Lynch trying to see if he can squeak in, but Daniel Holloway's looking pretty strong here. Both of them got 4 tires coming down pit. But Daniel Holloway came down on lap 21. His tires are a few laps fresher than Robert Lynch, but Lynch had much fresher tires earlier in the race. Might have a shot here. Daniel Holloway on the bottom. Lynch is going to hold top side. Lynch rotating through the turn. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I saw Daniel Holloway rotating up the track, and that was about to get ugly. So Robert Lynch falls now down to 4th, and Daniel Holloway up to 3rd. Rule Thanes led just about all of this race other than when he had to pit. And he may have this one in the bag, seeing he is over 2.5 seconds off Tommy DeLago. Yeah, not too bad here, ladies and gentlemen. No cautions during this race here at Chicagoland. Definitely looking fantastic by all our drivers here tonight. Two to go. Rule Thane, man, on the move. Good thing I didn't get his shout-outs because he's going to have to give them to me in victory lane. You want to give a shout-out there to 5-Star Beverages. They can make your drinks come true. They can design your drink system. They work with everything from beer, soda, coffee, tea. We do sales, service, and installs. They are also your beverage system specialists. They can do anything that you can dream of. They're on a fountain machine, coffee machines, bubblers for tea, even slushies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, white flag is out. Gave a little shout out there for our 5-Star Beverages league sponsor out there. Rule Thing is just owning this track and picking up speed. Right now, his last time was a 31.83. Tommy DeLago with a 32.07, and he's still pulling away. Over 3 seconds off. The race winner is going to be Rule Thing. I bet you he said he is no way he was going to win this one. And he brings it. Gets the pole and the win. Great job. Tommy DeLago ends up 2nd, and Daniel Holloway was 3rd. Very, very close race when DeLago started. Holloway actually started reeling in DeLago there. So very, very close by all our drivers out there. Fantastic. And you got really all our viewers out there. Hats off to our drivers out there on the track. No cautions tonight. And that's exactly, I think, what 99% of you guys out there want to see. People like, I would probably say Phillip Temples, Randy Bledsoe, they would have probably preferred a caution here. That way they could have gotten back on the lead lap, but that's A-okay. Let's take a look at our race winners here tonight in our results screen. All the guys I had kind of gambled on making a good showing here. Robertson ended up 18 laps down after he spun out there. Randy Bledsoe ended up in that 15th. Excellent. Appreciate you watching out there, Stella. Wow, wow, wow. Great, great job. That was fantastic. There's our race winners there, and we'll kind of get these guys cranked down here in just a moment, and we'll have a little chat with our guys here in just a moment. I know that was a great race. Do want to keep all you guys informed. We will not be here next week. It'll be race 7 for them, unbroadcasted. They're going to be doing a little fun race between all these guys. Anything they've built up, any tensions between any of these guys, they'll be able to kind of hash it out during that. Next time you will see me will be 3:18 at Kentucky. But first, let's go ahead and have a chat with our guys here first, and we'll grab them here in just a moment. everybody, appreciate you guys hanging around. We caught up with Daniel Holloway in the 26 Chevrolet. All Chevrolets finished 1, 2, and 3, and every single one of you guys has some red in the paint. Man, what a wild race this was, especially that last battle there you had with Robert Lynch. You only finished about 0.2 of a second behind Tommy DeLago here, Daniel Holloway. Talk to me about the race.
Oh man, after that pit stop, that truck was just dialed in, and she was fast. This Hershey Kisses truck, all of a sudden, just kicked it into like 4th, 5th gear. It felt like, and just she went.
Yeah, definitely. It hooked up something fierce. It looked like you needed a couple more laps to run Tommy down there.
Yeah, he did have some damage, looked like, when I was catching up to him. So, but I was reeling Tommy in rule. I think I only had like 2 seconds to catch him up, and boy, she was strong. I needed more laps. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, definitely. I would say for some, I noticed some guys say, I needed more laps. I needed more laps. But if we don't have cautions, everyone needs more laps. But if we have cautions, everybody's like, for God's sakes, make it end. I'm done. I've had enough here.
Right. Oh yeah, it's just that first lap on that start, and boy, Phillip just got very loose, and I don't know if I got too close to him or not, but that was a little scary moment there, avoiding him when he hit the wall and stuff, and get back up to the momentum and stuff. And it was a great battle up front, especially with Robert and Tommy and who was it? Yost. Rob Yost. Yeah, he was. He gave me a little run for the money before the pits there.
Yeah, I gotta admit that was fantastic. All right, next time I will see you is at Kentucky on the 18th. Give me your shout outs here.
Shout out to Graceland for this series. Billy putting up for this series, and all the sponsors out there. 5-Star Beverage, beef jerky. Maybe one day I'll get that pole and get some beef jerky in the stomach. And you up in the booth, and everybody out there. I hope everybody enjoyed that race and this nice, good green flag. And I think next week we're supposed to be like a fun race, if I'm correct. And that should be interesting if that's going to be broadcast, because I think we can do some damage.
Yeah, I don't know how to call a figure 8 race at Irwindale. I just
I would say it doesn't matter who's leading. It's all about who's spinning who. Let's get
that's what I'm saying.
That energy out. Yep.
Yeah, there's no good place to be. I can't put the camera in 50 spots. You guys are just going to be killing each other out there. Congratulations, Daniel Holloway. I'll catch you in a couple weeks, man.
Sounds good. We'll catch you.
All right, everybody, has Daniel Holloway. That moves us to Tommy DeLago. Tommy, talk to me about this race, man. I know what you're going to probably say is maybe that 2-tire call wasn't the one.
No. I had wreckage. Woody called going in the pits a little late. He didn't do it on purpose, but he pitted from the middle line, and I got front end damage when he cut down in front of me. Luckily, we didn't cause the yellow, and I just did the best I could with the damage that I had, and pretty happy to get a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, taking a look at your truck, I do see a little bit of damage there on that right front fender, which is really heartbreaking. But, man, still a great job you had here tonight. 4 positions. So, I mean, you were outside the top 5, got a second place. This will help. Help immensely, especially creeping up on that points leader of Phillip Temples, who unfortunately ended up 13th here tonight. Will Graceland see you for the fun race next week?
No, I have to. I'll be in Gainesville, Florida for the first race of the season with the Phillips Connect Top Fuel Dragster and NHRA Racing. So, real job. My third real job actually starts. I fly out on Monday, and I'll be gone all week. So, yeah, I'm going to miss the fun race, which sucks, but hopefully should be back for the week after that.
Attaboy, that way you can knock on some points. No points will be run that race, so that's A-okay. Tommy DeLago, appreciate you coming out here tonight, man. Fantastic job in your Chevrolet. Give me your shout-outs.
Hey, I want to thank Simtrax, you, putting this on, helping all of us guys that sponsor, giving us more exposure on the internet. Want to thank all the people that do watch the stream and are supporting us, and we're trying to put on a good show for them. Obviously, thank the wife. And want to thank Billy Stanley for putting this series on. It's a fun little sprint series that you can do on a Saturday night, and doesn't take you half the night to do it. Still can go out to dinner with the family or the wife and have a little fun. I really appreciate that. So real big thanks goes out to Billy Stanley.
All right, and that's exactly why I say, man, it's a shootout. You know, it should be a wham, bam, boom. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a 2-hour, oh, man, what are we doing here? This should be in and out, and you guys are able to really put on the pressure. Congratulations on your second place finish tonight. I'll see you next time.
Thank you, buddy. See you in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, and that moves us to our race winner, Rule Thane. He called it earlier in the warm-up. He said, nope, I don't have it. I'm not going to win it. Well, you're going to eat your words now. So, Rule Thane, man, in your ear, buddy, you won this one, pole and won it. The only thing I question at this point is, was Phillip Temples spinning out the reason you won? Because I don't want to hear that as an excuse.
No, I about spun out with him right there, too. Yeah, no, it was, I don't know. He was going to be a tough competitor. I know him and Tommy D and Daniel, all in, thought they were all coming. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to stay out front, but I'll take it.
Any doubt in your mind that a 4-tire pit stop was the right call?
No doubt in my mind. I know some of them took 2, but I was taking 4.
Yeah, Tommy DeLago ended up taking 2, and you started pulling away by a tenth a lap, 2/10 on some, and it just kind of ruined his chance of being able to reel you in. It looked like, you know, it was pretty close, but obviously the fresh rubber on the left sides as well was 100% the right call. Boy, what a wild, wild race it was here tonight. Boy, well, I know we've been going to 1.5-mile tracks. We are at Kansas. We are at Chicagoland. You guys are going to be doing the figure 8 next week. Next, we head to Kentucky, another shutdown track, unfortunately, on the 18th. How confident are you heading into that track after the win here tonight?
I like Kentucky. I hadn't ran there in a while, so I don't know. I really like that track. You really have to pay attention, and both corners are totally different. So yeah, that'd be a good race.
All right, man. Well, I can't wait to see what you got for us. It was definitely a blast seeing what you were able to do. I know you didn't get 100% the camera time you needed to. We did kind of ride looking out your rearview mirror back at Tommy DeLago there in the race, but as far away as you were driving, man, it was just I couldn't put the camera on you the whole time.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right, man. Fantastic job here tonight. Give me your shout-outs.
Oh yeah, I got to thank Beef Jerky Unlimited and Tommy D, and he got a little bit of bump there coming out. Somebody was coming into pits, or he'd been tough to beat. And 5-Star Beverage and Simtrax. Thank you guys. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Congratulations, 33 Chevrolet. Another a first place finish, man. Glad to see you out here.
Thank you, man.
All right, everybody. What a great job these guys have been doing here tonight. It has really been a wild one here. I know some of these guys are trying to find their best lines, but I will not see you guys next week. But I'll give you some good news. The 318, March 18th, I will see you at the race number 8 at Kentucky. That'll be a 1.5-mile track. These guys will be shooting out. After that, it will be race 9 at Talladega. Boy, I just don't know. I don't know what to think about that track. That could be anybody. It could be anybody. But I'd like to see some of these guys who don't get a chance up here in the front get a chance, especially being able to find a draft buddy and get themselves up to the front. But from us here at Simtrax Broadcasting, appreciate you joining us here tonight, and we will catch up with you guys in a couple of weeks. Like I said, join the Graceland Shootout Series Facebook page or simtraxbroadcasting.com to find out what we are doing out there on the schedule. You'll be able to find out when next time, in case you don't remember when the Graceland Shootout is running. I hate for you guys to show up the 11th and we don't have anything going on. But Patrick Morrison here with Simtrax. I'll catch up with you guys later. So be well, be safe, be kind. I'll see all you guys next time.